everyone, it's Jaden. Welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'm going to be talking all about uncertainty and how that affects my general well-being, my anxiety, and how it affected me tremendously when I was going through my health crash recovery. And it still is a challenging element to just my overall, feeling good and being optimal and functioning in my day-to-day life. Now, I am somebody who has had a lifetime of challenges with like OCD, anxiety, and just overachieving type of personality that had led to a major health crash that I went through. If you don't know that part of my story, you can feel free to check out all my videos on my channel. There's a huge portion of my channel that's dedicated to that. But so now that I have been fully recovered for 9 months, it's quite a long time. I don't really have any physical symptoms that's connected to the health crash anymore. I'm able to recover myself back to like full health and full function and performance. But the health habits and the how I approach life has changed tremendously, and so now my day-to-day practice is to continue this type of new approach to life with my new insights that I gained through that journey. And one of them that I've recognized, and I've recognized this for a long time, but as throughout the years I've just refined more and more my understanding of it, and that is uncertainty, which is a major trigger to my anxiety. I'm sure those of you who share the same type of personality as me, a perfectionist personality, type A, doer, go-getter, control freak type of personality, for lack of a better word. Uncertainty is toxic to us, right? When we're not balanced, and when we're letting that kind of OCD, overachieving, controlling, perfectionist part of ourselves take over, and we're not in a present state to where we're being really aware of how we're reacting. Uncertainty is a major trigger. Like if you don't know how your business is going to turn out, or if you don't know where your career is going, or if you don't know about your financial security, or if you're uncertain if somebody you're dating might break up with you, or you're uncertain that your health crash is going to fully recover. Because it has to do with control. It all has to do with control. That's what I figured out for myself with this. And a lot of my OCD triggers, I also am challenged with the OCD, and this I've had throughout my life, where I have certain germ phobia, control issues, and just I create these certain mental rituals that I do to feel in control when I feel out of control. And a lot of life is out of my control. I mean, really, most of life is out of our control. We have the choice to react how we want to react to what happens, but I think most of life, you think you have control, but you don't fully really have control over much of anything. So and it's coming to acceptance of that fact that's brought me relief, recovery, and ease and well-being, is that I don't have things are gonna happen, and I have to be okay with it. So that is something that I definitely have to work on all the time. And over this last weekend, I've had quite a bit of stress, and it's all caused because of certain uncertainties in my life and things that I have no power over, like things like other people's choices or other people's actions. and I have no power over these things. But if I continue to put my well-being on that, I will feel powerless and I will feel out of control, and my triggers and my OCD will just skyrocket, and that's not what I want. So I spent a couple days being really challenged with that, but I think I've kind of got myself, back in more of an alignment, and I'm feeling better and more clear. And again, it's another experience that it just shows me that I continue to have to work on this, which is the letting go of stuff that I have no control over. And it is very awkward sometimes because I'm so wired to take care of business or like have things in order and be on top of things. I don't forget things very often, if very rarely, and I pay attention to details and all that. But that goes out of balance, and that stresses me out in another way. So I had to, throughout the years, really find a way to balance. Of course, I still want order and productivity in my life, but I don't want the abuse and the self-sabotage and the self-suffering and the anxiety and the loss of feeling like I have to control everything to get the better of me and to kind of wreck my experience, So that was my weekend, and I know I'm blabbing, but it is really just about having to let go of the need to control everything, and that uncertainty is something I have to accept in all areas of my life, and I just have to roll with it. A lot of life, you just how it comes, you just got to roll with it and make the best decision in that present moment. And that's totally something I have to keep reminding myself. It is not easy, especially when things happen in areas that really trigger you or that means a lot to you. It can really set you off into reactive mode, and it certainly does for me. And it takes me a little bit, even though I'm really pretty dang good at this stuff. It takes me a little bit to catch myself reacting, and my emotions have reacted and caused me to be in a stressful state. And it's because I wasn't aware of it when it's happening. And I've also learned to forgive myself for not being perfect in that way of catching this pattern of mine. It's so ironic. It's you're trying to accept that you're not perfect at balance. You're trying to accept that you're not perfect at getting more perfect at being not perfect. Oh my gosh, riddle or tongue twister. But that is exactly what it is. It's this circle where it's the same challenge and it's the same principle that keeps applying on itself. And it's just a lot of letting go, a lot of releasing ego, fears, uncertainty, letting go of control, and coming back to knowing that you as you are, me as I am, right now, right here, right now, is totally enough. Nothing more, nothing less is totally enough. No one understands exactly where you're coming from, identical, because we are all unique. We have our own challenges. We perceive things differently. We relate to things differently. No one really understands how you truly, truly feel. And it is so important for ourselves to accept ourselves fully, because no one else will be able to, because you're the only one who knows you fully. So it is so important for me to remember to accept myself, to relax, to love myself, to unconditionally have patience with myself, and just pick up when I fall into pieces. Just pick up the pieces and start again and do the best I can, because that's all I can do, and that is enough. Oh, anyways, today is kind of a vent session for me, but I felt inspired to make this video. I think it's some good insights that so many people are experiencing these days with stress, with goals, and just challenges in life that you might relate to. So that is my video for today. There's not that much like how to or my experience with this one, but it's more of like what I'm going through and my thoughts and feelings about it. I hope you relate to some of it. If you do, or if you're going through some of the same thing, feel free to comment and reach out to me. Check out my Facebook group. Subscribe if you haven't, to continue to help me grow my audience and community. And give my videos a like if you're liking my videos. Share my videos if you think other people might benefit from my content. And I look forward to see you guys on my next video. Thanks, guys. Have a great one. Bye.
Bet you